All right, guys. So we're going to move on in our unit 4 of triangles. We're going to move to congruent triangles. All right. So congruent triangles are triangles with the same shape and size. Okay. So congruent triangles have the same shape and size. So this means all corresponding parts, which are angles and sides, are congruent. All right. So congruent means the same shape and size, right? So when triangles are congruent, we can write a congruency statement. So we have two triangles, ABC and DEF, right? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. And a valid congruency statement must match all corresponding angles and sides. So what that means is A, see how it only has one tick mark here, would match up with D. It only has one here. B has two, so it would match up with E, which has two. And then angle C has three, would match up with angle F, which has three. And then the sides, so AB is 1, DE is 1 here. BC is 2, EF is 2, and then CA and FD. So they must match, okay? So CPCTC. What is that, right? It's an acronym. So corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, all right? So all that says is if we know two triangles are congruent, then we know that every pair of corresponding parts is also congruent, all right? So CPCTC, something you'll be hearing about a lot here in the next coming lessons. So list all congruent angles and sides given the congruency statement. All right, so triangle JKL is congruent to triangle PQR. So therefore, angle J is congruent to what? J is in the first one here, P is the first one here, so it's congruent to angle P. Then we go to the next one. Angle K is congruent to which one? What's in the middle here? Angle Q. And then the last one, angle L, is congruent to what? Angle R. Now, we need to do the sides. So, JK would be the first one, the first two letters. JK is congruent to what? What's the first two in the next one? PQ. All right. Then the next two, KL, are the last two. So KL is congruent to what? QR. And then the last one, LJ, is congruent to what? What is the last one? R. And the first one, J. Or I'm sorry, P. RP. All right, so write another valid congruency statement. So they said JKL. So I'm going to say triangle. I'm just going to start with the middle. KLJ is congruent to triangle, again, start in the middle, QRP. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. The angles So we would have angle W is congruent to which angle? Angle E. Now we have angle X is congruent to angle F. And then angle Y is congruent to angle G. Now let's do the sides. So the first one, WX is congruent to EF. Then we have XY congruent to what? What's the middle and the last one on the other one? FG. And then the last one, YW, is congruent to GE. All right, so write another valid one. Now I'm just going to go backwards. So triangle YXW is congruent to triangle GFE. All right. All right, number 3, given angle K or triangle KPM and AYC are congruent. Complete the following statements. Okay, so what is, so KM is right here. KM, first and third. So what would be congruent to KM in the other one? The first one, A, and the third one, C. And that's our answer. B, side CY. So the last one and the middle one. So what's the last one? M. And what's the middle one? P. M, side MP. All right, next we have PK. So the middle and the first one. So what's this one going to be? The middle, which is Y, and the first one, which is A. They are congruent. Angle Y. What is in the same spot as angle Y? Angle Y is in the center, so it would be angle P. What is congruent to angle K? Angle A. Now we have angle ACY, so it's going to be angle what? ACY is first, third, second, so it's going to be angle K first, third, M, middle, P. Okay? Next we have triangle MPK. So triangle MPK, M is the third one, P is the middle, K is the first. So we're going to go, well, third, C, Y, A. And then we have triangle YAC, so second, first, third. So then we're going to go triangle P, K, M. Just work it backwards, all right? Well, that's congruency statements. Now, get into some problems. Given STW and triangle, STW and triangle BFN are congruent, find their missing measure. All right, so we're looking for BN. BN is the side, so the BN is the first one and the third one. So in the other triangle, it's going to be the first and the third, which is SW. SW is right here. What is SW? It is 9. So BN is 9 centimeters. Okay, 9 centimeters. Next one is TW. TW is the second and third one in that first triangle. So in the other triangle, it's going to be the second and third one, which is FN. FN is 14 centimeters. So TW is 14 14 centimeters. The next one is BF. BF is the first two. So what is the first two in the other triangle? ST. What is ST? ST is 17 centimeters, so that means BF is 17 centimeters. All right, now for our angles. Angle W. Angle W is the third one, so therefore it would match with angle N. What is angle N? Angle N is 82, so angle W is 82 degrees. Angle B is the first one, which would match up with angle S, which is 67 degrees. So angle B is 67 degrees. Now, how do we find angle F? What do we know the insides of a triangle add up to? 180, right? So 67 plus 82, so 180 minus 149 tells us that angle F is 31 degrees. There you go. All right. Number 5. GHF, triangle GHJ and XYZ are congruent. Find each missing measure. Okay, so we have that GJ is what we're looking for. G is the first one, J is the third one. So the first and third is X and then Z. So what is X and Z? X and Z is 18 feet. So therefore GJ is 18 feet. Okay. XY. XY is the first and the second one. So the first and the second one here is GH. What is GH? GH is 27 feet. So if GH is 27 feet, XY is 27 feet. Now, how do we find ZY? These tick marks mean that they are congruent. They are congruent, or equal, So if XY has that tick mark, ZY would also have that tick mark. So if XY is 27, what is ZY? 27. They are congruent. All right, now let's find our angles. Angle H is in the middle. It matches up with angle Y. What is angle Y? Angle Y is 38 degrees. All right. Now, how do we find angle Z? Angle Z, so remember, across from an isosceles triangle, they are the same, right? And we know one angle is 38, so 180 minus 38 tells us that the rest is 142. Now we still have two angles there, so 142 divided by 2 tells us that one angle is 71. So if one angle is 71 degrees, what's the other one? 71 degrees. So what is angle Z? 71 degrees. Z matches up with J, which would be 71 degrees. They would be the same. All right? All right, number 6. Given that these triangles are congruent, find the value of x, y, and z. All right, so let's first find x. X is 12x minus 7 equals what? 12x is UV. UV are the first two, so the first two in the other one is TS, which equals what? What is TS? TS is 53. So now let's solve. Add 7. 12x equals 60. Divide by 12. X equals 5. So there is x. Now, let's go to y. Y is 5y minus 33 equals what? 5y is r and then s, so it goes backwards, third to the second. So w to v. W to v here is 57. All right, so add 33. 5y equals 90. Divide by 5, y equals 18. All right, and now let's find z. So z is in 3z plus 14 equals what? UW, so U all the way to W is first and the third. So I need T to R. T to R is 50. So subtract 14. 3z equals 36. Divide, and z equals 12. And there's your answer. Okay, now find the values of x, y, and z, but now we're going to deal with angles, all right? So x equals, x is 6x minus 29 equals what? X is in angle H. Angle H is the middle one, so I need the middle one over here, which is angle N, which is 115. So add 29. 6x equals 144. Divide by 6, and x equals 24. Now for y is in this one. 3y minus 1 equals what? It is an angle F. Angle F is the third one, so I would need the third one over here, which is angle S. We don't know angle S. Okay, but what did we know angle H was? We said it equal to what? 115, right? And the inside of a triangle adds up to 180. So 115 plus 36, so 180 minus 151 tells us that angle S would be 29. All right, so now we're going to set y equal to 29. Add 1. 3y equals 30. Y equals 10. Divide by 3, y equals 10. And then the last one, z. So 4z minus 32 equals what? 4z minus 32 is in angle C. Angle C is the first one, so I need the first one here, which is angle P, which is 36. Add 32. So 4z equals 68. Divide by 4, and z would equal 17. All right, number 8. Now, D, E, F, and J, K, L are congruent, all right? So what that means is, let's just do the sides, because they give us sides, right? D, E, E, F, F, D, those are all the sides, right? So the sides, D, E, is going to be equal to what? J, K. They're the first two. Then we're going to go to the next two. E, F is going to be congruent to what? E, F, K, L. And then the last one, F or D, F, or F, D, either one, is congruent to, since I went D, F, I'm going to go J, L. All right, so now we need to find X and Y. So X, which ones have X in them? DF and JL. Well, what do we know about DF and JL? They are equal. So we're going to set 9x minus 23 equal to 7x minus 11. Subtract 7x, 2x minus 23 equals negative 11. Add 23. So negative 11 plus 23. So 2x equals 12. Divide by 2. X equals 6. All right, so we now know what x is. Now we're going to have to solve for y. And y is in which one? JK. What one was JK equal to? So JK, so 3y minus 21 is equal to what? JK was equal to DE. DE is equal to 18. So add 21. 3y equals 39. Divide by 3. Y equals 13. And there are your two answers. All right. Number 9. Triangle QRS and MNP are congruent. Okay. So they give us a couple things. They give us sides and they give us angles, right? So let's do the sides. QR is congruent to what? QR, first two here are M, N. Then what do we have? RS is congruent to NP. And then the last one, QS is congruent to MP. Now let's do the angles also. Q is congruent to which one? Q is the first one. The other first one is M. R is the second one, which would be N. And then S, looked at the wrong one, would be congruent to P. All right? So we need to find X and Y. So X is in the equation 2x plus 1 equals what? MP. So MP is here. MP is congruent to QS, which is 15. Subtract 1. 2x equals 14. Divide by 2. X equals 7. And then Y. Y is an angle M. So 17y minus 4 equals what? Angle M is congruent to angle Q. All right? Now, do we know what angle Q is? Does it tell us? No. But they tell us R and S, right? And that's part of QRS, so we can find Q. So add S, 84 plus R, which is 32, add those together and subtract it from 180, and you would get that angle Q is 64. So it's going to be equal to 64. Add 4. 17y equals 68. Divide by 17, and y equals 4. Okay, here you go.